Friends and fans, welcome to the BLITZKRIEG mod for Men of War Assault Squad 2. We're tasked with capturing the bridge up in front of us, but it looks like the Russians are behind us too. Hopefully we don't take any losses here against their forces as they advance. So, previously there is a, wow, look at the ground twitching out there, that is weird. The gun's so powerful they're actually making the earth move. So previously in Men of War there was a mod for the BLITZKRIEG mod, and it was just basically old campaign missions from the BLITZKRIEG 2 mod, or from the BLITZKRIEG 2 game in that mod, and I don't know, they were kind of basic and didn't really feel too well. I didn't really think they stood out too much, and the mod maker, of course, remade them into something great and even more detailed, and though they were interesting, this recreates the campaign of the Fall of the Reich, the BLITZKRIEG 2 missions. Now, I did play BLITZKRIEG 2 a little bit, but one, it didn't really work on my computer as much, and two, it didn't have the same feeling as BLITZKRIEG 1 for me. However, I must say that Men of War Assault Squad is a much, much more superior game than the, of course, first BLITZKRIEGs were, and really, this feels like BLITZKRIEG 3 to me, but that's, of course, a whole different game in it altogether. Okay, so we're tasked with capturing the bridge up here, and we've got some positions to take. And as you can hear, they actually have taken some sound effects and voice actors and such from the original BLITZKRIEG games as well. So some very good details here. Of course, all Men of War assets and stuff remain just to show some things off, but a little bit more unique touch to it. So we have to capture the bridge and then obviously get across there and then over here, and it really does actually feel like BLITZKRIEG. In fact, I remember, you know, playing those games so long ago. I played the first BLITZKRIEG on the channel a while ago, and we'll play the second one again, maybe one day. I've never really played it before, but this is my experience into it. So, anyway, let's get started. We've got some good armor here. We've got multiple Tiger tanks, multiple Panther tanks. We've got multiple artillery units, and hopefully the enemy doesn't come from the rear again, so we'll continue to advance. So, it is 1944. It is Latvia. We are trying to counterattack against the Russians to slow down their advance. The Soviets are trying to hit Germany hard, and we definitely don't want that to happen. Looks like that artillery piece is in German AI control. So we've got a position here with two ZiS-3 guns. Of course, the best way to take that position will be by force with infantry. So we'll do that right now. Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's one thing, too, that really stood out about BLITZKRIEG as well, was the voice acting for all the troops and such was really good. I think, you know, this Men of War in general kind of has the same sound effects all the time, but I really like hearing the voice actors and such from the... it looks like they mixed both of them, too. So there's some from Men of War and some from BLITZKRIEG in there. Okay, so without trying to take any losses from tanks, or rather of tanks from the artillery, or from the anti-tank guns, we're going to go ahead and try to fire some arty. And let's go ahead and give them two shots here. One thing I really liked about the first BLITZKRIEG, by the way, is it really had a great single player, and but the multiplayer wasn't as great, as where I think BLITZKRIEG 2 excelled immensely with multiplayer. But the single player to me was just too drastically different, and it didn't appeal to me. That doesn't mean it wasn't good, it just didn't appeal to me. Right, so we've got some tanks in front of us here, and we're going to go ahead and crush them. Looks like the Russians are getting some reinforcements, so it's time for us to take them down. Looks like those artillery guns have been decrewed, so we can capture those if needed. And we'll go ahead. Oh, look, listen to that, man. Man, that's really cool. I like that. A lot of different voices. I like the voice actors in the tanks too. And that's one thing that needs to come out from Men of War, is a very professionally done sound pack. All right, let's. Ooh, listen, tigers and panthers and wesps. Oh my! All right, let's continue to move through. So we'll crush this first defensive line and take out the rest of the tanks. And then it looks like they're also getting some reinforcements here, and it looks like they've got some mortars. So we got to be careful with our infantry. Don't want to throw them away too quickly. Well, to be honest, we don't want to take any losses if we don't have to. Germany's on the ropes, and she must strike back. Let's make sure nothing's coming at us from the left flank. All right, let's continue to advance then. Another thing about BLITZKRIEG 2 that was very cool is it used, the originals used a kind of a, obviously a fog of war system, and here we've just got it disabled for kind of ease of use. All right, let's see if we can go ahead and attack some of these guys. But yes, another hats off to these mod makers as well. And by the way, tell them Raptor sent you if you saw it here. Just say, hey, Raptor sent me, and I think this is a pretty cool mod, that kind of thing. The other mod, the other BLITZKRIEG mod, I'll link to them both, actually. Some of them had some interesting defense missions that are very basic. Like for instance, the Philippines one is basically just you hold some trenches and you get constant Stuart reinforcements, and that's kind of pretty much it while the Japanese are attacking the Philippines. So you try to hold out as long as you can. I think you got to hold for about 20 minutes. So that's that. So I thought it was pretty neat, but I just didn't think anybody would find it interesting here, since it's kind of the same thing over and over. In fact, maybe I'll do it one time just to show you guys what it's like. But there were some other missions as well that were from the original Blitzkrieg campaign. Uh-oh, the mortars are hitting. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright, we got a medic, but this guy is dead. And that guy is dead. Alright, let's get up there and spike those mortars. Now, there seems to be a tank somewhere. Oh, is that... Okay, that's just a engineering truck. Alright, let's get up there. Trench is basically clear. Another cool thing, too, about Blitzkrieg, at least the first one, is you could choose what, how the infantry moved. Oh, there's an AT gun there. That's rude of you. There we go. Run that over. So yeah, the infantry would move in a way that you could pick their formations. Jeez, all right, now we're getting wrecked by Molotovs. I didn't expect there to be so many. Holy shit! All right, wow. So the Russians continue to get reinforcements. It's gonna go up there and try to spike that mortar with a scout car, but it was not meant to be. Though we can just shoot through those houses if we need to. Let's try that. We'll bring up some of our armor now. And in fact, we could counter... Well, it's not too often, by the way, that you're granted artillery in these games. So it's a pleasure to be able to command some artillery now. There, that should take down their vehicles. Alright. Now, just like in War Thunder, you gotta angle your armor a little bit. Wow, they really did a great job of recording sounds for Blitzkrieg. Ooh, wait a minute, we're loaded up with HE. Silly tank. Oh good, now we've got the advantage. He shot once, so we're gonna get him. There we go. Hit his engine. I didn't shoot his engine, another friendly tank did, but... Okay, we're doing alright. Doing good. Really not a lot of infantry, though. Main guns. Alright, let's have the Panther go up. Also in Blitzkrieg, one thing I would like to do a lot, too, is use some of the heaviest tanks, because they would never die. And there was an autosave feature, so I would always just constantly autosave, so that way by the end of the game I had like 7 Tiger tanks with like full veterancy and such. And the game was still difficult, so really no matter what you did, there was still some difficulty to the game. It was really neat. I really miss Blitzkrieg. Alright, let's get into this trench. They're trying to hit us with some heavy artillery now. I want to wait until these guys hop back into the tank. Oh, that guy's almost dead now. Man, where's that artillery coming from? Alright, let's repair this tank if we can. Repair kit here, brother. Grab that and start repairing. And this tank's alright. Okay, Tiger made its way up here. Let's go ahead and continue to move our artillery up. And those have traditional Men of War sounds on them. So very interesting. A lot of the vehicles have new sounds. A lot of the camouflage appears to be the same. Infantry uniforms appear to be the same. I don't know if there's custom music for this. I turn it off, of course, because of the YouTube policy for music and such. Okay, our next objective then will be to, and by the way, one cool thing about Blitzkrieg is you were granted so much artillery, you could just, it's like if you needed to capture a village, all you had to do, you could go in with infantry, you could go in with tanks, or you could bombard the hell out of it with with artillery for days. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to try to hit that 100mm there. Oh, there's their artillery. Try to counter battery that. Oh, damn, they're hitting our infantry. Damn. Well, that's about the best hiding spot for infantry, really, a trench. Now let's steamroll up that road. Let's take the left flank, too. I would like some infantry reinforcements, but we can't call any of those out at the moment. Luckily, we were able to disable that gun, so now we can... Oh, wait a minute. Don't you dare. There we go. Disabled it a little bit. Alright, let's go for this T-3485, showing us a beautiful flanking shot. There we go. Oh, damn, I thought it said hull damage. Not so fast. Alright, good, we're crushing them. So we've just got to inch by inch move our way up and try to capture enemy territory. And it looks like their mortars have been wrecked, so that's good. Moment of silence for that little armored car. Hashtag armored car down in the comments section if you miss it. I definitely do. Oh, it was so young. It was almost a fully grown Puma, and then eventually a Panzer III. Did you guys know that's how it happens too, by the way? Tanks only grow up. Could just imagine how old some of these Tigers are. Oh, I'm just kidding. Come on. You know I'm just joking. All right, let's continue to capture this position. So we have to get that flag and rip it down. Which, by the way, interesting debate. You know, the Soviet flag, the hammer and sickle, not seen to be a symbol of offense. You know, I mean, the Soviets, just like all nations, have done some pretty horrific things, but nobody gets as offended by that as they do, say, for instance, the swastika or something like that. Just an interesting thought. Not really, you know, supporting the Soviet Union or saying it was bad or anything like that, but, I mean, obviously, they had to stand on their own for a multitude of years because all of Europe was basically, you know, standing alone against the, you know, Germany as it attacked. It was taking down neighbor after neighbor, and no one was really stopping them. But the Soviets were like, "Hey, come on in, brother. Enjoy our winter." And then when the Germans were down, they struck back. All right, let's move back up the hill. Or well, are we moving up a hill? I guess there kind of is a little incline here to get up over the top. Okay, we got our artillery set. We've got tanks up here. We just need to clear out some infantry, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's check these guys, make sure they don't have any anti-tank weapons. Though I suppose if they had the ability to shoot down an aircraft, that'd be pretty deadly too. Oh, who the hell are you? Wow, random tank crew standing around. I guess they can't shoot them from here. Oh, took down that guard tower, nice. We have limited infantry. I wish we had a little bit more infantry. This adds a little bit more unique challenge to it. I like this. It doesn't feel spammy. It definitely feels tactical. Ooh, and those gun sounds are nice. It's refreshing. I like it. And more about capturing strategic positions than, you know, just, hey, take the bridge because there happens to be a flag here. This actually feels important. We're trying to get our forces through. Alright, let's continue to move our forces up. Artillery's on standby. Let's get a half track up here too. That'll be useful. If we can. If we can happen to manage that. Oh. Don't get stuck now. Alright. H moving up. Infantry engaging. We can capture that BS3, 100mm. And also some enemy tanks, if we need to. Armor was extremely effective in the Blitzkrieg games too. In fact, the only thing that infantry could do against tanks was to basically, it could knock their tracks off with grenades, but also, you know, Panzerfausts and such and Panzerschrecks were not too common, but they definitely could kill tanks at close range, but that was it. Okay, so we've just got to move in and eliminate one or two more guys. Oh, and speaking of anti-tank, looky here. He's waiting to engage with his bazooka, but can't. He should be able to shoot at that, but luckily he was not able to. Alright, let's see if we can get a grenade. Oh, the gun sounds different? Nice, I like this. You can see there's kind of like a strobe light effect going on there. I'm not sure if that has something to do with the base meta war or if that's something to do with the mod, but stranger things have happened. Alright, let's see here. Let's move up here. Oh, one guy left. Right, let's move up here and kick his ass. Now, hopefully this means we can get some reinforcements. There we go. Okay, we've captured the bridge. Capture the railway station is our next objective. Ah, here it is. Oh, look at that. Oh, he took assets from the original game. And 6 MP, so we've got access to medium tanks, tank destroyers, or regular infantry. Let's see what we're facing. We can capture that enemy artillery piece, too, which will be useful. There's really not too much in our way that we can't deal with. There seems to be a one tank there. BS3, which means we could definitely use some artillery. The amount of tanks that we have are useful. Here's the rail station that we need to capture, and looks like it's pretty well defended by just basically Soviet tanks. So I think what would be useful is to artillery the hell out of that. I want to see that thing lit up. So let's go with that. Let's see. We've got medium tanks, tank destroyers, and regular infantry. So let's call out some infantry, and let's call up those artillery pieces too. Where are those? Here. Alright, good. We don't want to get too close. In fact, we might want to push the enemy tanks back before we advance further. Look at that. Tiger tank's been wounded a little bit. The front of its track coverage has been just peeled right off like a tomato being peeled. What the hell? Why would you say tomato? All right, potato. There you go. All right, let's move on. Let's grab our second tank. Okay, we're gonna have the Tiger tanks roll through and clear out that T-3485. Don't show them a side shot. I would see the bridges here, so I was hoping that it would give us a little bit of coverage. Well, bad news to be a T-3485 today. It's not going to do much against this Tiger tank, unfortunately. Both tanks shot in the same position. They're like brothers. Interesting. All right, good. So our friendlies have arrived. Regular infantry is here. Let's go ahead and dismount, guys, left and right, and let's capture some of those guns. Let's get our artillery up in place, too. One there, one here. We'll grab one of those artillery pieces, too. I think we had a squad that was pretty low on men, so we'll grab them. I think this squad took a little bit of a beating, so... Yep, they can stay in the back, then. Now, we seem to have some vehicles over here. Something here. Oh, a Russian position that we could possibly capture here. We would just have to basically clear it out. I bet if we approached it, it would explode or something. I wonder if that would happen. I don't know. Let's see, there's a trench here. We could go back this way and attack. One cool thing that I was just remembering too about Blitzkrieg was the ability to call out like bombers. The Americans could call out just some gigantic, like the Liberators or something like that, and just like 4 bombers just level an entire city. It was just epic. Just really awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and get ready to engage that position. Then we just need to capture the second bridge in order to do this. And each objective that we complete, I assume we'll get more MP, and I don't really want to call anything else up just at the moment until we actually know that we need it, or we can save it in reserve for extra things that we might unlock when we capture the next objective. Again, I'm just doing this the first time. I haven't like pre-played this or anything like that, so it's all first impressions on stuff like this, which is kind of the best way to do it. What do we got over here that we can cap? Regular 76 and a couple of AT guns, so nothing too useful yet. All right, we got the Panthers in the back. We'll bring them up. And I wonder where our 4s are. A 4 here, 4 there, and then do we have 3 Panther tanks? Oh, we do. So we got 2 of them here plus 1 on this side. So we'll keep both of these together. All right. We got our artillery piece we need to repair. Our artillery guns are ready to fire. Range on these, let's see if it's been modified. It's usually about 250. Looks like this one's sitting at about 230, 225 about. So 225 meters or kilometers? I don't know how you would measure it actually, but whatever. That would be quite a distance if it was kilometers, wouldn't it? All right, can we repair this tank? We cannot, okay. All right, so our boys are repairing the artillery piece, and we've got other infantry ready to strike. So let's go ahead and get them ready to assault. I don't think they can go... What the hell? Who's firing? Oh, now that the gun's repaired, it's actually going to fire. Oh, that's one bad thing about Meta War. Oh, it's firing right into our position. So this that artillery piece was in mid-cycle of firing while the enemy occupied it, and then one of our tanks had destroyed it, or basically gunned it, and so it wasn't done with its gun cycle before it started to fire again. So kind of strange, but sometimes I think the GSM mod makes it so that way mortars fire like that as well, where they'll fire a salvo and then they have a reload time, which to me, it's kind of dumb. You can fire an artillery piece as many times as you need and then do it, but it's for balancing purposes, for gameplay purposes. So, okay. 2 Tiger tanks are ready. We've got an AT gun on the other side. The only other threat really is the BS1 or the BS3 there. So let's go ahead and see if we can move that artillery piece up into position and take him out. And then if we need to, we'll artillery this position as well. But the only threat back here is just a ZIS-5 little car and then a Jeep, which no problem there, taking out one of those gases. Additionally, we see, oh, this is kind of a paint job here. That's neat. Don't know if that's in the game, in the base game, but really cool to see an Su-76 like that. And an IS-2 as well, which we'll have to hit in the flank. So they were defending this rail line pretty fiercely, so if we did push through at that rail line, we would have had some trouble. So oh, and I bet there's an artillery piece there as well. Medium tanks would probably give us Panzer IVs, Offs 4H probably. So we'll call that out eventually. Tank destroyers too are useful, but... Where's our other Panther? Oh, there he is. He's hard to see. He's got that traditional production camo. Oh, we just rolled right over this Biz 3. We don't even want it. Okay, artillery piece is ready to fire. We want to take out the 100mm here at 135, so fire away. Pretty good. Crewed it on the first shot. Time to start our attack. He'll continue to fire and keep it pinned down. Meanwhile, Tiger tanks ahoy! Go, baby, go! Look at how epic that looks. One of those is scary, let alone two, when you don't have any AT. Alright, Tiger tanks, come on through. Alright, we're gonna definitely need more infantry. Saving in progress now, so I wonder what that triggered. Oh, yep, enemy tanks attacking, that's what it was. Alright, roll to the left. Hopefully that gun's out. Alright, let's take that gun down with one. Tiger tank ready with AT. Tracks. Alright, let's make a crossing. One thing that was really fun about Blitzkrieg 2 was the ability to create bridgeheads like this. You had to stack up all your forces and get ready to rush across that bridge, and then make sure the enemy didn't push you back across the bridge and lose all your progress, you know. Oh, and they're attacking back here too. Damn, Soviets are launching their attack again. Damn, we gotta watch our rear as well. Son of a bitch. Alright, just in case they get behind us, we'll have to watch our forces. So this is basically simulating an attack and a retreat in different directions. Oh, this truck's got to get up here. What is all this? Looks like German forces are arriving on that side? That's strange to see them side by side like that. Okay, let's try to push across. So we're basically attacking while also being pursued. That's a little scary. Looks like our friendly tanks took out most of them. Beautiful hull pierce. We can repair that. It's basically just track then. All right, let's push up with infantry. I love the roadways too in Blitzkrieg as well. They were the cities in Blitzkrieg looked like small models. The modeling in the original Blitzkrieg was isometric, and that was similar to Roller Coaster Tycoon that I played at the time as well. So I'm a huge isometric graphic fan, and Blitzkrieg was a little bit too much 3D. In fact, when I started playing World in Conflict for the first time, I didn't even really know how it worked. And when I played European Escalation for the first time, a war game, I think I had to quit because I didn't have any units. I had a deck that was not even made, so basically I entered my first multiplayer match with no units. It's come a long way since then. All right, we're losing some guys here, as expected, I suppose. Keep pushing. Oh, you can even hear little bullet ricochet sound effects too. All right, clearing out this side of the trench. They've got two options. They've either got to get out of the trench or die. They can throw the grenades back too, but a lot of the times, yeah, that happens. Alright. Yeah, I shot a PPSH before once that was fully automatic in a gun show. That is a very impressive weapon. It weighs absolutely nothing. It's got some pretty good kick to it as well, but it's interesting to see the shells unloading out of the top of the thing. Really cool. Alright, the enemy's receiving some reinforcements here, and we've got some help too. Wow, were they not? There was nothing here? Well, anyway, our comrades are launching an attack on the rail station, so we've got to assist. Let's get our artillery up here right away. Oh, they were firing all the way through. Looks like one of our tank commanders got popped. All right, let's push through. Listen to those guns. That is beautiful, man. Maybe I made a mistake in not really showcasing some of those Blitzkrieg mods as well. But show that mod maker some love as well. They do some very good work. It takes a lot to get a mod together too, and that's one thing that really has kept Men of War Assault or Men of War alive in general. Really, is the mods. Except for I hope this doesn't kill me. Speaking of staying alive, oh my God! Oh wow, we took it right to the nose and didn't die. We are lucky as hell. Although I guess that's kind of what's expected. They're looking at me now instead, so that's good. That'll give our allies a little bit of time to encroach on their territory. Alright, where's their defensive line? Looks like all their troops are trying to climb into the water like the snakes they are. Alright, what do we got that would be a good artillery target? Well, hell, I suppose right here would be as good a target as any. Get rid of some of that infantry. Let's hit to where they're moving to. There we go. And what else could we hit? Tanks probably wouldn't die to artillery, but that gun will. Check that out next to the guard tower. Alright, artillery's firing away. Now we can get this gun across here too. Let's get our little, did our transport truck make it, or did I lose that? Oh good, here it is. Alright, we'll grab that artillery gun and bring it to the other side. Again, a real big thing in games now seems to be general chatter of troops. In Company of Heroes, in Homeworld Deserts of Karak, in Men-of-War Assault Squad, the small chatter between troops is really interesting. So one thing I'd like to see from developers is a lot more lines, just basic lines about, like, you know, wanting to go home and, you know, what was for lunch, and Commandant whatever is a goofball, that kind of thing. It's funny, it's cool, it's interactive, it's immersive, most of all. And that's kind of what's really fun about these games, and what's made me really fall in love with the Men-of-War series in general, and has made it such a long-time favorite for a lot of people. Now, we're already on the third, or rather, well, we're on like the, well, actually, there's been a lot of Men-of-War games, but the three major ones for me were Men-of-War Assault Squad, Men-of-War Assault Squad 2, Men-of-War in general, and then also there were like Vietnam, Black Tide, and of course Gates of Hell and Soldiers Arena coming on as well, which are all kind of the same. They may not be the same title or exactly the same game, but they all have the same feel and such. Really cool stuff. All right, we've got, let's see, we've got some troop transports we can bring up. Let's bring up that artillery. Kind of cool to see it tied up to the back of the engineering wagon. You usually don't get to see that. All right, one tank eliminated. Let's send in the Panther and Tiger now. No, I'm not talking about the operating systems. I'm talking about German armor. All right, friendlies are coming in from this side too. All right, our troops have arrived. All right, get down, boys, and spread out. Let's go. All right, friendlies are going to clear the rail yard with us. Rail station. Enemy tank there. And a little jeep there. This is going to be an easy job. A good tutorial mission, by the way. And if this is your first time playing Men-of-War Assault Squad, or, you know, you always watch me and you wish you could play, this is a good mission for you to start out on. Save often, play on easy. If you make a mistake, reload, and use one tank at a time, get the feel for it, and eventually you'll learn how to play and become a much better player than any of us. Anybody you watch on YouTube playing, you'll become way better than we are. We just like to play the game and show it off and think it's cool. And other people become just insane output beasts of victory. Oh, that is a great band name. Listen to those guns. I like those sound effects. It's nice to hear some new gun sound effects. That's one thing I'm going to have to do. I'll have to download some... Whoa, damn, a guard tower just blown out of the sky. That was awesome. A couple guys left next to those cisterns. And it looks like there's one guy left over on the other side, too, of the map. All right, let's see if we can get these guys to leave. These might be explosive, so let's test them out just to see. See if there's any fuel in there. Oh, nobody there anymore. Oh, I wonder where the Russians went. Oh, there he is. Pieces of them, anyway. Okay, good. We've captured this position. Now all we got to do is take down that fascist flag, or the communist flag there. Wow, look at the BLITZKRIEG is such a big gun. It needs 4 tires. Look at how big that thing is, man. Just imagine that fitting into a tank. That's a big sumbitch. All right, railroad. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. We were supposed to capture it, not drive into it. Oh, my God. Hold the bridge completed. All right, we did everything like we were supposed to. Wow, German engineering. That building actually able to stand. Well, I guess not German, but Latvian. Uh-oh. Looks like the Soviets are launching a counterattack. Oh, boy. All right, let's get all of our armor across. Let's get lined up for a counterattack. Very fun, too, by the way, in BLITZKRIEG to one time be attacking and then the next minute be defending, and holy shit, are they bringing a lot of units. I can't believe that. All right, we got some friendly units arriving. We better call up some, let's call up some tank destroyers. How do I call those out? Oh, I click, there we are. All right, tank destroyers coming up now. Martyr 3s, good, okay. Not the best, but better than nothing. All right, let's get our defense set up. Let's flip some of these guns around. Let's see what we can do. Get that tank repaired real quick. Friendly infantry, come on. And that was the thing about, I love that about BLITZKRIEG too. There was just these insane battles where it would just be like 17,000 tanks unleashed against your forces, and they would just clash all the time. It's so good. I miss BLITZKRIEG, man. Though I guess the new one is kind of more of a, it plays like a free-to-play game, but it's not free-to-play. It's kind of got this thing where it's like set up a base, do your defenses. It takes a lot of time. For those of you who like to be very slow and go in games, it could be the best game for you. All right, they're counterattacking at the rail yard, so let's flip our gun around. And what else do we got for armor? Oh, looks like this tank's ready to go. All right, we've got our tank destroyers making their way across. Let's get our artillery ready to shoot, too. See if we can rip up some of those forces. Rip, rip. Alright, our Biz 3 is ready to go. Can we put down bags on this guy? Oh, we can. Oh, damn it. Went the wrong way. Silly dinosaur, man. Alright, let's launch another wave of medium tanks. I wonder if we can call them out from over here, now that we've captured that. I don't know. Okay, so there's our Panzer IVs, like I called. These are Gs, not Hs. But when you're in a tank, I guess you are a G. Alright, let's go ahead and call out regular infantry too. And I want actually a couple of squads of that. So I guess that was another good feature about Blitzkrieg, is that you could choose the type of reinforcements that you got. You weren't just forced to accept whatever the enemy, or whatever the AI gave you, or whatever the scripting was. Alright, wow, we're just wrecking them. One of the coolest things I'd love to see, absolutely loved in Blitzkrieg, was to see a wave of tanks coming at you and then just see either a bomber or like a ground assault aircraft just beat the hell out of them. Whoa, that was beautiful. And there's like no way you can lose here. There's Panther tanks coming up. There's, well, we got tank destroyers coming up. We can make a wall of just German armor now. Just push the enemy back. Oh, we've got our artillery in place. Let's go ahead and start launching that. Excellent, let's get up into position to fire some of those off. Make sure the wounded are safely loaded. Oh, I guess part of that mission then was to make sure the wounded were safely loaded, as in we were transferring wounded soldiers to this train, and I guess that was the mission overall. There was a big overarching campaign to Blitzkrieg as well, where you had to go from historical mission to other missions where you had to capture warehouses and supplies, and that, at least in the first, and I know in the second there was some of that as well. So, okay, I think there's going to be more Blitzkrieg mod to come. I like how it's just not a simplistic, this one's not a simplistic defensive mission, and there's some tactics to it and some basic objectives. The Russians are coming in from behind us. Capture the bridge, capture the rail yard. Let's get the wounded out of here. So, speaking of getting out of here, I'm out of here too, guys. So until next time, password PimpandStrong, and hashtag hull destroyed down below. And let me know what your favorite tank is too, by the way, that we saw here today. I'd definitely say the T-34-85. But there's nothing more sexy than a Panther, man. That is just, it's too beautiful. I mean, look at the Tiger and the Panther compared. I don't know, there's something a little extra about that Panther. I love it. But not that paint job. Something more in this color. Yeah. I love it. All right. See you guys. Bye.